The glitch in the code. Neo had always known the Matrix wasn't real, a carefully constructed simulation designed to keep humanity enslaved. He had spent years fighting to free minds from its control, to show people the truth. But now, something was wrong. The lines of code that had once been so clear to him, the reality he had fought so hard to break free from, were shifting, distorting. The Matrix was glitching, and Neo was at the center of it. It began with a simple flicker. One day, while walking through the streets of the simulated city, Neo saw the world around him glitch. Buildings shimmered, the sky fractured like a cracked mirror, and people froze in place as if the entire simulation had skipped a beat. It lasted only a second, but in that brief moment, Neo felt something he hadn't felt in years: fear. At first, Neo thought it was just a minor malfunction, something he and the others could fix. He returned to the ship, plugged into the mainframe, and ran diagnostics on the Matrix. Everything seemed normal, stable. But the glitches kept happening. Every time he re-entered the Matrix, the world felt a little less real, a little less stable. The people he encountered began to glitch too, sometimes repeating words, sometimes freezing mid-motion, their faces warping into grotesque, distorted versions of themselves. It wasn't just unsettling, it was terrifying. Neo knew that something was wrong. The Matrix had always been controlled, its structure maintained by the machines. But now, it was as if the code itself was unraveling. Days passed, and the glitches worsened. Neo could no longer trust his surroundings. One minute, he would be in the middle of a busy city street, and the next, he would be standing in an empty void, the world around him disintegrating into pixels. The people he encountered seemed hollow, their eyes vacant, their voices distorted as if they were broken records. Neo, a voice whispered through the static, faint and chilling. Neo froze, his heart pounding in his chest. He turned, searching the empty street for the source of the voice, but there was no one there. Neo, you're not real. The words echoed in Neo's mind long after the voice had faded. He tried to shake it off, to focus on the mission at hand, but the doubts began to creep in. What if the voice was right? What if none of it was real? Not the Matrix, not Zion, not the rebellion. What if everything he had believed was just another layer of the simulation? The more he thought about it, the more the glitches seemed to intensify. The walls of the simulation would shimmer and distort, and sometimes, when Neo looked at his own reflection, he would see not himself, but a stranger, his face twisted and unrecognizable. And the voice was always there, whispering in the background, taunting him. Neo, you're just code. You're just a glitch. One night, as Neo wandered through the empty streets of the glitching simulation, he saw it, a figure standing in the distance, cloaked in shadow. It didn't move, didn't speak. It only watched him, its presence sending a chill down Neo's spine. Who are you? Neo called out, his voice echoing through the empty void. The figure didn't respond. Instead, the world around them began to crumble, the buildings disintegrating into pixels, the sky fracturing like glass. And then, as if in answer to his question, the figure spoke. You're not real, Neo. None of this is real. Neo tried to fight it. He tried to remind himself that he was in control, that he had broken free from the Matrix. But no matter how hard he tried, the glitches wouldn't stop. The figure continued to haunt him, always watching, always whispering the same words over and over. You're just code. You're just a glitch. Neo's grip on reality began to slip. He could no longer tell what was real and what was part of the simulation. Even when he returned to the ship, to Zion, the doubts remained. The people around him, Morpheus, Trinity, they felt real. But what if they weren't? What if they were just more code, more simulations designed to keep him trapped? The more he questioned, the more the world around him distorted. The glitches became violent, tearing through the fabric of reality, warping everything in their path. And the voice was always there, louder now, more insistent. You're not real, Neo. You've never been real. In the end, Neo was left alone, standing in the ruins of the simulation, the world around him crumbling into nothingness. The glitches had consumed everything. Zion, the Matrix, the people he loved. He stood at the edge of the void, staring into the abyss, and realized the terrible truth. He was never free. He was never in control. He was just another part of the code, another glitch in the system. And now, the system was collapsing.